Shocking new documents have just surfaced, revealing that Big Meech may have snitched on Cuffy, and 50 Cent is exposing it all. Even Rick Ross has allegedly decided to distance himself from Meech. But what exactly did Big Meech say to 50 Cent that made him so furious? And did he really cooperate with the feds to get out of prison early? Let's break it all down.
He was convicted of running a huge criminal enterprise stretching from Atlanta to Detroit and several other states. The story of Big Meech, who headed up the Black Mafia family, is also the source of a popular TV show that has been filmed right here in Atlanta. And this week, after serving nearly 20 years in prison for racketeering, drug dealing, and running a criminal enterprise, he is out of prison. 11 Alive's Erica Murphy has more on his release and his sordid past.
Demetrius Flannery and his brother, Terry, ran one of the country's largest drug operations during the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. The pair had hundreds of employees, generated hundreds of millions of dollars, and even had a successful record label and magazine. But in 2006, the brothers were indicted in a federal RICO case originating out of Georgia.
BMF was the first group that was accused of being both a criminal organization and a record label.
Attorney Josh Schiffers says Demetrius, also known as Big Meech, is highly regarded because he never took a deal or snitched on his co-conspirators.
And he went down. And when he went down, he and his brother were sentenced to 30 years in prison.
In 2020, Terry Flannery was released, and just this week, Big Meech was released from prison. He will serve the remainder of his sentence at a halfway house in Miami. Reporting from Atlanta, Erica Murphy, 11 Alive News.
Back in the early 2000s, Big Meech was at the top of his game, running the Black Mafia family BMF record label while also leading one of the biggest crime syndicates in the Southwest. BMF wasn't just a music label. It was allegedly a multi-million-dollar operation, bringing in more than $250 million before Meech was finally arrested in 2008. He was sentenced to 30 years in prison. But just a few weeks ago, his sentence was reduced to 15 years, allowing him to walk free much earlier than expected. While Meech was in prison, 50 Cent played a major role in supporting his family. 50 even put Meech's son through acting school and got him a lead role in the TV series about BMF, helping to keep the legacy alive.
When I first met 50, I was still trying to find myself. My dad was calling me from jail every day. He was like, man, what you gonna do? Shit, I don't know. I always knew I wanted to be my own person. It's just hard, to live up to my dad's name. And he called me one day, he's like, man, they looking at Terrence Howard and Nipsey Hussle, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to play me, but you gotta go to acting class so you can get ready. So I met 50. 50 put me in acting classes for 2 years in LA. Invested in me, paid for the acting classes. I had to go every day, two times a day, 5 days a week. In the morning, in the afternoon, come back home, study again, do the same thing the next day.
Wow, but a ball player.
Yeah, but I put in the work though, and it showed me that 50 couldn't get me the job. I had to get myself the job. My dad couldn't get me the job. They would have hired somebody else that already had acting experience. I had no experience. So I was coming from the street to the screen, so they not gonna invest all these millions into me and I don't know what I'm doing.
Despite everything 50 did for Meech's family, as soon as Meech was released, he was spotted hanging out with Rick Ross. This was a problem because 50 Cent and Rick Ross have a long history of bad blood. And Ross knew that this move would get under 50's skin. But why did Meech do it? Some say Ross was paying him, but no one knows for sure.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Boss Man D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, it's the first time it's ever been done. Me performing BMF with the icon himself. It's gonna be special. Epic. Get your tickets right now. I'm back.
When 50 saw Meech with Ross, he didn't hold back. He exposed the real reason Meech got out early. While Meech claimed it was because of good behavior, 50 came with receipts. According to him, Meech cooperated with the feds and snitched on another dealer named Cuffy. Allegedly, Meech used a third party to pass information to law enforcement.
I let nobody shoot me off the street.
You tricked Cuff off the street?
never folded, never told.
You
never
told
did.
Tammy to tell, bitch.
The phone is on, always. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up, when Vizzo don't show up? And all these motherfuckers don't show up?
I wasn't gonna address this.
Man, this shit reading drops, man. Look at you reading this shit.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarada Ring.
He can't even go. You on house arrest, he can't even go.
Here's where things take a turn. Meech reportedly asked Tammy Cowens, a friend of his mother, to snitch on Cuffy for him. In exchange, he gave her his life rights. Tammy then became a federal informant, feeding information to the authorities. 50 Cent had access to all of this because he had purchased Meech's life rights when he created the BMF series, so he knew everything that went down.
I agree. It's unfortunate, right?
Yeah.
It really is, but I agree. So, we'll just let it be told when the story gets told.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to stick to the truth and keep it pushing, all right?
That's it. That's all it is.
It says, United States of America versus plaintiff, and it says, Donnie Gatlin, Timothy.
Deion Gatlin. Shout out
Deion
Cuff.
Gatlin.
Shout out Cuff. That's my nigga Cuff. Deion Gatlin. Yeah, he's one of the first defendants. Yeah.
Okay.
St. Louis Project niggas. What's happening?
So, can you kind of break down this paperwork for me and how she's involved in this? And where can I go?
Tammy Cowens is Big Meech personal assistant / business partner / whatever you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she became the owner of what Meech has as BMF Entertainment, his company from prison. His company, she became the owner of it in 2008, and in 2009, she became a government informant. In 2010, she did a case that was pertaining to a guy that Meech met in prison and one of Meech's homeboys of 26 years.
Okay. Now, in this paperwork, it doesn't actually say her name.
Right, yeah. You will have to it don't say her name. It say her name on paper on the cover sheet, her actual name. But this is a case, so they're not gonna be saying the witnesses' names in the case. They're gonna call them CS1 or CSOI or something like that, confidential source or whatever. It's confidential, bro. It's not public. That, you know what I'm saying? The snitch on the case is not public. You feel me? Until maybe after the case and the people was put away in prison and they out of government hiding and all that shit, and then you get some paperwork and then you might see it. Outside of that, you gotta be tapped in, you gotta have that pacer, gotta be able to pull cover sheets and shit like that. But when people read the affidavit, it explains to you exactly who she is. And then when people follow or know, or once you get to understand this situation, then you'll get to see exactly who Tammy Cowens is.
Kind of debatable for some people. We learned that from Blue Da Vinci that the CSI has sex with the agent. That's why Meech didn't get his time cut from cooperating with the CI. That's what Blue was alleging. Now, if we read to the bottom of this first page, we'll see some paperwork to kind of back up what Blue Da Vinci was saying with that. Also, Cuffy corroborates that story. We agree on that so far, right, Bob? Me and you?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get down to that last paragraph of that page 1. You were almost there. No, keep going down.
Page
down.
2? Yeah, this page 2.
Okay, if that's page 2, then go down. Okay, right here I'm going to start reading. Defendants challenged the validity of the wiretap affidavit under Franks after learning that a DEA Atlanta Group supervisor, Keith Cromer, DEA agent, and one or more of his direct reports were being investigated by the Office of Professional Responsibility and the Office of Inspector General for, among other things, here's the important part, guys, an allegedly inappropriate relationship between Agent Cromer and go down please, Bob, a confidential source, improper payments to the confidential source, and falsified reports to justify the improper payment.
50 even shared a recorded phone call where the situation was discussed. In addition, he posted a signed affidavit from Tammy Cowens, confirming that she snitched on Cuffy at Meech's request. In the streets, snitching is the ultimate betrayal. Meech was respected because people believed he would never flip. Now that image is shattered.
She's privileged to what's called the affidavits in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role. Now, I wasn't allowed to have them because they played this, I'm this kingpin and I'm this killer, and they life in jeopardy.
Right.
In danger.
Right.
That's why they was able to close the courtroom. We'd have been out at Meech. But they played a cold game. I give it to her. They was playing chess and we was playing checkers.
Okay.
She used the threat of her life and that I was gonna have some hitmen in the federal courtroom to kill her, and they closed the courtroom to the media. My shit standing room only. I'm that dude in that city, homie.
Right.
I'm that dude in that city.
Right.
So that's why it ain't been came out. But the affidavits in support of the wiretap, she has them.
So she can get them for sure.
If she got them.
Okay.
She got them. The only person they barred from having the documents was me.
Okay. So you the only one that don't got the information.
Right.
Gotcha.
Everybody else, it's called discovery. Everybody else got the package.
Cuffy is currently serving time, and he's not happy about what happened. He claims that Tammy testified during his trial, stating that she was acting on Meech's behalf. If not for Meech, Cuffy might be free today. And as expected, Cuffy now considers Meech a traitor. But many in the industry feel the same way. Meech's reputation has taken a serious hit.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, and you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowens, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was called a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowens signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
Right. So
okay, so can you break down the story? Like, how do you know this? And how did you come upon this information?
how do you know? How do you came upon this information though?
We were rewarded what's called a Franks hearing. It's based on a case called U.S. versus Frank. So I would implore your listeners to look the case up. And what a Franks hearing entails is that you're able to cross-examine your accusers, meaning government agents, meaning informants, and so on and so forth, just like a regular trial. So this was testified in court.
Period. Point blank.
This was testified in court that I became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
That's what was said on the stand, bro. The lady became a government informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut.
It's clearly on your paperwork. After
His name is in the paperwork, man. This woman testified. This woman testified in a court of law that she became a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut. You feel me? It don't get any clearer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know most niggas don't understand paperwork. So I mean, and that's crazy to me because you niggas call yourself street and you out in the streets, but you don't understand what these white folks are doing. That's crazy to me.
Uh-huh. And I'm gonna attribute a lot of that to maybe they never dealt with the system, but that's what we here for, to educate them, I guess, on that, because all you got to do is follow the dots with this one, because that's when we bring up you, we have to bring up a guy by the name of Suarez.
Fidel Suarez met Demetrius Flannery in the county jail. He's a cartel member out of Los Angeles. Super good dude. Fidel beat the feds in trial and went home. But he exchanged information with Big Meech and was trying to help him. Whatever he needed, you know what I mean? Dude was down for that. Okay. So Big Meech and Tammy was initially trying to target Fidel. You feel me?
Industry figures like Tony Yeo and WAC 100 have also spoken about the situation. They believe there's no coming back from snitching allegations. Once your name is in paperwork, there's no way to talk your way out of it.
It was the person that Meech was working with that he gave the life rights to that actually worked on the TV show with 50, right?
Right. Yeah, because it was so-called third-party snitching. But nobody knew what Tammy looked like until Fifth started posting her up. Then I knew who Tammy was looking like. But like I said, when I took the picture, it was me murdering 50 and I posted it. It was a lot of rat emojis on there. So before Fifth even said anything, there was accusations. And I'm not saying if a nigga told or not, because now I hear niggas are suing and all that. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not saying a nigga told or didn't. I didn't see no paperwork. But I'm telling you that when I put that picture up, people were saying negative things. I don't know Cuffy. I just seen Blue Da Vinci interview. You know, I watch YouTube. I watch everything on YouTube. I fucking love YouTube. So, like, I just was watching Blue Da Vinci interview with Cuffy, and he was explaining the third-party snitching. You know how the game is. Like, yo, once a person feel like your name is on some paperwork, jail or streets, you're not valid. No matter where you go in this world, you can go to in London, Canada, you can go to anywhere. There's a hood anywhere. Once a nigga here, you on paperwork, you not valid out the country. You can go be in another country, and a nigga might tell a nigga, yo, that nigga not valid. That nigga tell him. Because once you get in this game, you already knows what it come with.
What he said was that Meech never cooperated, but there is a woman who Meech knows that I guess he ended up giving his life rights to.
Third party cooperate.
Third party cooperate.
Which is him cooperate.
Oh, you think that's him cooperating?
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Because she cooperates. She's a producer on the Stars TV show.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Meech just parole, right?
Yeah.
He's on house arrest, right? He's on house arrest with Lil Meech's mama, right? Lil Meech stars in the show, right?
Yes.
Why didn't she have the life rights?
Well, you don't necessarily always always do business with your kid's mother if they're not.
Stop. What business is he doing with the cooperate?
Well, his life rights.
Okay. So when you're doing business with somebody, you're doing something for them and they're doing something for you, right?
But the drama didn't stop there. 50 wasn't just exposing Meech. He was determined to ruin him. When Rick Ross announced a concert to celebrate Meech's release, 50 made sure it didn't happen. Somehow, just 3 hours before the show was set to begin, IRS agents stepped in and shut the entire event down.
The only artist we really saw back out was Lil Baby, formally, right?
Now who's tied to Lil Baby?
Shit.
No.
Thug,
Wait, who?
Young Thug.
No,
bunch
look at
of
that.
other people.
Look at that.
On the same bill? I mean,
who's tied to Little Baby?
21 Savage?
Probably, no.
Right?
That's a strong one.
Okay.
See that 42 Doug?
42 Doug,
Where 42 Doug from?
Detroit.
Well, who he tied to?
Probably some BMF shit is what you're getting at?
No, he tied to Little Baby.
Okay, right, yeah.
Whatever way Lil Baby move, he gonna move. Now, I don't know how Lil Baby got the paperwork. I'm lying. I sent it to him. Yeah, I sent it to him. I sent it to nephew. I sent it to him on the 3rd. February 3rd.
Lil Baby canceled or
Lil Baby real
weeks in advance. But then they end up posting this new flyer anyway with him still on it. But then what about the rest of the artists?
Okay, when you get a great amount of that right there that pulls back, they gotta cancel it because, first of all, Big Meech.
We only know of one person.
Look, Big Meech was getting paid $80,000 on the WAP, right? The artist is in a situation where they can cancel. You know why? They was doing it for free, so there's no contractual obligation for them to show up.
I just figured out that canceled is acceptable with 1 L or 2 L's.
Yeah.
I had to Google it real quick.
There's no contractual obligation for them to come because they didn't get paid nothing, right? You had Lil Boosie take a run at it and promote it, right?
Yeah, and they put out like a new version of the flyer with his name on top of it.
It's two sides of it. The second side is the tickets stopped selling.
See, they told me that there was still tons of tickets left for sale
The
day
tickets
of.
stopped selling, right?
That's confusing to me.
The people, because listen,
This is as a fan, that is a show I would 100% pay to go
to
to.
support Big Meech as Big Meech. We've been telling y'all he's a rat. Salute to Cuffy, St. Louis stand up. Salute to Cuffy's daughter. Niecy, I'm gonna call in check with you. But now that 50 got it, 50 had the key.
Boosie later confirmed that most of the artists were already at the venue when the IRS arrived. He believes everyone knows 50 was behind it. Meech's son, Lil Meech, has been venting about it on social media, taking shots at 50 for shutting down his dad's event.
But 50 did, like he looked out for them. He looked out for that little nigga, you know? Gave him a chance, you know? A lot of people ain't getting you no chance. And nothing.
Well, this whole back and forth happens, but the concert is still going on. And a few hours before the concert is supposed to happen, it was announced that it was canceled. So you were already in, was it Detroit?
Miami.
Miami, okay. Yeah. So you're already in Miami.
Everybody in Miami.
So, Lil Baby, 42
I don't know
Doug.
if Baby was there, but a lot of people was there. I don't want to say no name, but it was a lot.
Well, why can't you say any names? I mean, they're on the bill. I mean,
it was a lot of people there.
Okay, so a lot of the people on that list, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak Black, 42 Doug, you saw some of them around?
Yeah, I saw a few.
Okay, so everyone was out there actually prepared to do the show.
Yeah.
But then a few hours before the show, it was announced that it was canceled.
2-3 hours, like, I'm at the Louis store. I'm like, fuck! What the fuck? I could have saved this $5,000 outfit. Oh man, I was like, man, I was like, damn, what the fuck didn't happen, man? Are you showing and performing at the Big Meech party? Yeah, I'm performing. I gave Big Meech my word, you know, that I was gonna perform, and I ain't, you know, I give a man my word, that's my word. You know, I don't know what's going on, you know, I can't just pull away from not performing over something, you know, they got going on with him and 50 and all this going on. You know, I just can't, after I gave the man my word. If something was to come out and I feel it's factual, I'll stand on it. But, you know, not at no last minute because something going on social media.
Before the concert was canceled, Lil Meech was desperately trying to mend his relationship with 50. 50 even shared screenshots of messages from Lil Meech, where he was practically begging him to stop attacking his father and asking for forgiveness. Lil Meech knows how much 50 did for his family and doesn't want to lose that connection.
Because 50 Cent went to his Instagram page and posted the clip of Rick Ross and Lil Meech getting together, but look what the caption said. The caption's out of pocket. 50 Cent wrote, he said, yo, tell your pops, I'm gonna look out. What's the address? I'm gonna send some wings over there. So Ross is about to send me some lemon pepper wings. Bro, like 50 is not just, he never gonna let up. Just 2 days ago, he revealed that he once placed Lil Meech in rehab and claimed Big Meech was uncomfortable with the relationship between him and Lil Meech. So, yesterday, 50 Cent posted and read, look at this caption. I thought about it. I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meme's relationship. He calls him Meme now because he's saying there's so many memes on the internet. He don't call him Meech, Meme. I'm telling Meme I don't want him doing drugs. He telling him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Meme, chill, stop spending all your money. He's still telling me how much money he blew. People don't know I had to send Meme to rehab Russell Hornsby peeped. He was high as F on set, and he started throwing up at the weapons test. And Ian told me the Lil had whippets in his truck. I said, what the F is a whippet? It looks like that being BB gun.
Despite this, Boosie believes Lil Meech needs to face reality. 50 Cent is no longer on their side. Boosie has criticized Lil Meech for still trying to make amends, saying that if someone did that to his father, he would never associate with them again.
I mean, Meech, bro, I don't know. The Meech, I ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, you know, my response, but nigga, fuck you. Look at my daddy, nigga, fuck you. Let's go to war, nigga, fuck you. And everything you, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on something. Nigga, that's my paw, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, that nigga, I don't give a fuck. Is it? My son, nigga, my nigga ain't gonna go against this grain. That. I was like, damn, you know, like, seemed like him and 50 got a, you know, cause after that thing came out how Meech was talking all, you know, like, no, oh y'all, I'm with my dad, nigga, you know, I ain't like his response, you know, but seemed like he got a genuine love for 50 Cent on him, and from when I was reading it, like he seemed like he caught in the middle, but you know, like he caught in the middle. That's what it seemed like from me reading it, but I'd have been like, nigga, fuck you.
On top of all this, an alleged leaked audio recording of 50 Cent talking about Boosie has surfaced. In the recording, 50 claims that Boosie likes to act tough, but when things go wrong, he's the first one calling for help. This, according to 50, is exactly what happened with Big Meech. He needed help while in prison, but as soon as he got out, he betrayed the person who had his back.
So the 50 Cent, Big Meech, Lil Meech, Rick Ross beef has even got spicier overnight. Last night, Rick Ross pulled up on Lil Meech in Miami to just have a little friendly talk. Check this out. So last night in Miami, Floyd Mayweather threw a party with Rick Ross to celebrate, you know, the end of the weekend of his birthday celebration, and they had a lot of celebrities out. And Rick Ross, you know, he actually pulled up on Lil Meech with the quickness.
Hey, Sinatra, how you feeling? Boom, boom, boom. Ricky Rose in the building, so.
So this is the first time that Lil Meech and Rick Ross had conversations after 50 Cent exposed their text messages where he was saying that Rick Ross gave his dad money, so that's the only reason he was really being cool.
So what's the real story? Did Big Meech really snitch to get out early, or is 50 just using his influence to take him down? Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates.